Right, so I'm just going to quickly prepare the ground, get it nice and ready before we start seeding. So similar process, remove any stones, get rid of any sort of wood, chipping, anything like that, basically anything that can hinder the growth, and then start getting ready to seed the patch. So once again, trying to get it unified, go through pretty much every inches of it, make sure that it's nice to spread, and then get the rake out, just trying to even it out a little bit, just as before in the previous video. You can find it on the top right if you want to see how this process is in more detail. So once again, a bit of overseeding there, just trying to make sure that every little area is nicely covered. And of course, most importantly, you want to make sure that you keep it nice and wet. Moisture is very important at these early phases of the growth. So once again, just try and shower it as often as you can. It's generally recommended twice a day, so I did this in the morning and also in the evening, continuously until it grows to a significant length. And I can see that, you know, the growth is quite healthy, and then I'll probably will stop. But it's worth bearing in mind, I started doing this at the perfect time. So September in the UK is a good time. September to mid-October is a perfect time for growing. Okay, so what I'm doing here, just putting a bit of holes in between just to help with the growth again. You don't want the roots to start, you know, over competing for nutrients. So this is the 4th day, looking at the growth now. So you can't tell much at this point in time, but there is a little bit of growth that's starting to happen. Keep maintaining the showering schedule, trying to do it twice a day, every day, for at least 2 weeks. So alright, so now you can see there's a little bit more now of the lawn that's starting to grow, and now you can see it even more clearer at this point here. So very happy with the progress so far. So this is fascinating to see, because I contrasted with the previous video whereby I was growing the cheaper loan seeds, and now I'm looking at the premium ones to see which is better. So I can immediately tell that this one grows at a slightly lower rate, but in terms of growth period, it's not that much slower. So we're talking about 2 to 3 days slower basically. So here we are, so it's coming along. So this now is just a little over a week, so you can tell now that, you know, the growth has really started picking up now, because the soil is nice and moist. It's been watered regularly and daily, so the growth will only start getting quicker and quicker. Right, here we are. So this is a little over 2 weeks, so you can see now it's pretty much caught up to the other grass on the left there. So it's not, at this early stage, it's hard to tell the difference, but you can tell the difference after a month, when the lawn have really grown to a height. Now you can see, so this is the height I'm talking about, nice and long, looking lush. Compared with the other sides, you can tell that the cheaper one grows longer, whereas the more premium one, it doesn't grow that long, but it looks nice. Alright, so here's the end result. So as you can tell here, with the less premium seeds, it does grow quite long, it is lush, it feels nice to hold, but it is a little bit softer, easier to break, not as durable. But as you can tell here, having a feel of it, it does feel quite nice, and you know, it's very nice and thick in terms of how quick it grows and how it grows. So yeah, it's quite good value for money. At £14, you can't go wrong really. And now looking at the premium grass, this is more akin basically to a football pitch. So it doesn't grow as long, but it's quite dense and it's quite durable. Having the feel of it there, it feels a bit harder, and that speaks to how durable it is. It doesn't break as easily, but once again, you just have that better uniform growth to it, which is what I personally prefer. Each to their own. Like and subscribe.